Extremely frustrated over what has just happened.
Whoa! Frustrated isn't the goddamn word for it! This is bullshit!
We apologise for this change in your regularly scheduled viewing, folks, but there's something on my mind. I'd really just need to get something off of my chest, folks. Now, what you're about to hear is not necessarily indicative and representative of the views of either members or employees of Blackstone Incorporated or any of its affiliates. However, they are representative of mine, and the great thing about this is, just like I was always told when I was young, is that your opinion cannot be right or wrong. So, I feel like I've got total fucking freedom with this one. Now, I've got a bit of a problem here, and as you guys will have seen from the title of the video, you will probably know what this is about, and it is something that all of you are currently probably facing right now. Now, we all know that YouTube loves to be changed. I mean, in the 2 years since I have been starting to do videos, I think we've had 4 different layouts and dashboards for YouTube. The commenting system has been changed to about 3 different things. We've had the video response system has been completely scrapped. Analytics has changed so many times I've lost count. Nothing against analytics. Got not a problem with analytics. Handy piece of equipment. But the latest change that has happened has really, really bugged me. Now, this is something that Google have been rolling in for a little bit now, trying to get into YouTube, is the Google Plus system. Now, Google Plus, from what I can make out, is it's basically a social networking site. I mean, they may call it something different than that, but we all know that's really what it is. You know, it's like calling something what it basically is. It's like calling I can't even think of an excuse. I can't even think of something, but you know what I mean. You know, I think they call it like instead of social networking, they call it like a passion networking or something like that. I have no earthly idea. But anyways, now I woke up 2 mornings ago, and I sort of woke up. I was on YouTube a little bit, and I was just looking for a couple of videos, and there was one I really liked, and I thought I'd make a comment on it, and share my thoughts and open my mind to it. And so I went to comment on the video, and the answer I received from my computer was no. No, as in no, you're not allowed to make a comment. And the reason for this is YouTube have been gradually, and I know about this, that they've been trying to promote the Google Plus sort of on YouTube. They've been trying to sort of basically sort of so you can link your account with a YouTube account. So if you do something on YouTube, like if you make a comment, if you like a video, favorite, whatever, make a subscription, then it goes on to Google Plus, and and it's sort of highlighted to your circles of friends in hyphens, much like if you're on Facebook and like you might have it like you made a comment, like Twitter, for example. For somebody, if you favourite a video, it comes up on Twitter, and all of your followers know that you favorited that certain video, so they can go and look at it. Now, I'm okay, and I can understand why some people would use that, but my problem comes from the fact that I wasn't able to make a comment. And I looked into this further, and the reason why is that this sort of general sort of trying to promote people to do Google Plus, to use it incorporating with YouTube, is that Google thought, you know what, let's step over the line, and what we will do, and have done, is that if anyone at all wants to make any kind of interaction on YouTube, i.e. just make a simple comment on any video, not just mine, not anyone's, make any kind of comment whatsoever, that you will not be allowed to do that until you join Google Plus and you're forced to link it to YouTube? No, hold on a second. Let's take this back here a second. Let's just try paraphrasing this bit. Now, it felt like to me that I had woken up, that Google had busted through my door, had dragged me out of bed, kicked me down to my knees, put a gun to my head, put my nutsack in a proverbial vice, and they had told me that if I wanted to be able to have any interaction with any of the people, of the loyal viewers and the loyal subscribers that I have worked my arse off for 2 years to get hold of, if I want to have any kind of interaction with them, that I've got to join this stupid site. Well, to me it seems awfully stupid. I'll get to that in a sec. But we are forced to join this site, which in itself has nothing to do with YouTube. I mean, social networking, watching a video, that's a pretty damn loose link to me. And we are forced to join Google Plus so that we can even comment on a video? Who in the blue hell thought that that was a good idea? How in the hell has this idea got off that little whiteboard at Google HQ and has come through the system like this? And most importantly, in my opinion, who the hell thinks that they've got the right to force virtually every single user of YouTube to join Google Plus just so they can actually interact with the site? And I don't want anyone here telling me that it's any different than that, because that is how it stands. That is the cold, hard facts. If you want to comment on a video, you have to join a social networking site just to make a comment? What the fuck is that? I mean, what? I mean, I don't know. Have I completely lost it? I mean, I've taken time out of watching The Crystal Maze to do this, and that is how serious I feel about this, because without my daily dose of Richard O'Brien, I would only be half as insane as I am right now. Have I completely lost it? Or have Google and some corporate execs on the big table smoking inch-thick cigars just gone completely power mad? Because that's what it feels like to me. Who in the hell thinks that they have the right to force people using a free site, so that one of the most biggest site basically on the internet, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, and forcing them to join a small social networking site that has been out for a few years, that has been struggling to make an impact, and their way of getting more people to use the site is to force them into it? I mean, I was looking into this. I mean, some people are saying that this is nothing short of some kind of fascist sort of dictatorship sort of idea. Maybe that's going a little bit far, but I can see where they're coming from. I think it's fucking outrageous. Honest to God, who the hell gives them the right to do that? I mean, that is how it is. I've spent 2 years busting my ass to make the channel, and I wake up one morning to find out I basically can't use it to speak with anyone until I join a site which I don't want to join, that I did never ever want to join in the several months beforehand that YouTube kept asking me, make a Google Plus account, link it in there. I didn't want to do it. I kept saying no, I wasn't interested, and now they forced me into it? Who the hell in a democratic society gives people the right to force you into doing something that you don't want to do? In this sort of respect, on the internet, for God's sakes. So I bit I bit the pill. I bit the really nasty pill. I swallowed it, and I was like, okay, fine. Look, I'll make the damn account. Fine, I'll do it. So I went to it, I made the account. I was very lucky in that I was able to actually, because I knew what they wanted you to change the YouTube name into the name that you have on Google Plus, and I was very lucky to be able to actually get the exact identical name, Black Shadow 993, for Google Plus, as well as, well, for exactly the same as YouTube. So I got very lucky there. I know a lot of people have not been able to do that, and they've had to go and a few people have had to have different names, bits maybe with names, numbers on the end, some completely different names. It's just happened. But then the worst part, personally, is that then I've gone into it, and I've done it, and I was told, because the problem I had as well was that I was told, and it told you in big letters, because that I will no longer receive email notifications that anyone has actually commented on any of my videos. I mean, talk about being held to ransom. I mean, until I joined YouTube, YouTube itself, YouTube's own comment section does not notify you that someone has made a comment on a YouTube video on YouTube. Something has gone completely wrong here. Something has gone completely out the window. Someone has obviously taken something with the powers that be, and they thought this was a good idea, and they've rolled this out, and they've now forced everyone into it. And to me, that seems absolutely ludicrous when, from what I can work out and what I've seen, the system doesn't even properly work. I'll give you an example. I was looking into how on earth the actual comments are supposed to work, because it was looking very bizarre. On a lot of videos I was seeing comments like, at the top you have like one that's made like from 1 day ago, and a couple from a day ago, and then below that it's then got like 6 hours ago, 2 hours ago, 9 hours ago, and the numbers are all over the point. What they've decided to do is the default now for comments is that it's top comments. It doesn't do it like we had, like it's the newest put up, but it's the top comments, and apparently that is based on who has the most subscribers and followers in circles on Google Plus. So the most popular people are now getting priority over people that don't want to use Google Plus. Just let that sink in for a bit. And then I go and I look, because I want to find, well, how the hell am I supposed to know if anyone ever makes a comment on any of my videos if it's not going to tell me? And it says, oh look, it's Google Plus here, look at this. This is where you got to go to, and it will tell you about, where you'll get your comment notifications. I'm fine, okay. And then I sort of, I put up Resident Evil 0 Part 11 last night. And I went to bed. I was still kind of a bit annoyed and peeved off about things. It'd been a bit of an awful day anyways. And then I get up on the next morning. I look at my emails and I think, oh yeah, of course, the YouTube comments aren't going to come up on there. So I go to the place where I'm supposed to get these notifications. Apparently I'm supposed to get them. And the place is completely fucking deserted. And then my worst fears are confirmed when I then go onto YouTube's video manager, not the inbox, which is a pain in the arse to find now, but the video manager, where I then look at that same video I put up the last night. 4 people had commented on it overnight for me. And nowhere on planet Earth did it tell me they ever commented. So, if someone decides to comment on a video I made a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, I have absolutely no fucking way of knowing that there's ever been a comment made on it until some idiot admits that he's made a mistake and sorts something out. I mean, if you're going to force people into something, make sure the fucking system works. God damn, I mean, how hard can it be? I mean, you got people getting paid ridiculous sums of money to do what they think is best for the network, and then they pay people a lot of money to implement the changes, to make sure it works. And from my experience, the entire thing has gone to absolute pot. It has seemed to me like it's been a complete and utter disaster. And it just it's not just the fact. I mean, even if the system worked, that would not justify the fact that these people feel that they have the God-given right, because they sit in their little chairs around their little round table smoking their little fat cigars, that they have the right to play God on a free site and force people to join another website just so they can interact. I mean, I can understand a sign up to make an account, but to make an account with a unrelated site? What the fuck is up with that? Seriously. You know, I mean, it makes me wonder, I mean, if they're going to do this, what's next for them? What will Google next? Oh, I know what they'll do next. They'll probably throw in massive, they'll probably have to be paid to make an account. That's what they'll do. If you want to make an account, you've got to pay us. If you want to put up a video, you've got to pay us. I've already heard of places that have got that have rolled out paid subscriptions to channels, which I think is an absolute aberration as it is. But that will probably be the next step. If you want to subscribe to anyone, you've got to pay us. The person you subscribe to doesn't see jack all, but you've got to pay us. And I think, and I wonder sometimes, well, why don't they do that? And probably they realise, because if they even remotely dared to do that they would unleash one of the most ungodly shitstorms that mankind will ever witness upon them. And then, while said shitstorm is being unleashed, I would personally spearhead the charge on Google HQ, and I will personally hire, out of my own money, people to arse rape every single person sitting on that board that thought that their idea would be good. And by the time they are being finished being arse raped, they will wish that the zombie apocalypse had come, that I had shot off their kneecaps, I'd have chucked them out like the pieces of worthless garbage that they would be, and that I'd left them for the pack of wolves to gnaw away at their worthless carcasses. Come on, Shadow. DDP yoga here, come on. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, sorry folks, I got a bit carried away there. Although, I feel a whole fucking lot better right now. I think the moral of the story here is that Google need to realise that they are not the supreme overlords of the universe. If they want to make changes to their design of their channel and their site, that's okay. If they want to implement changes to the way they want to make sort of comments, that's fine. When they changed the old commenting system, so you didn't have to put at someone for it to tell them. You could actually reply to comment directly. That was a good change. It made things a lot easier. Video response, when they took that was kind of annoying. Alright, but then you got analytics. It's been a fantastic tool. It's told me information I would never have known otherwise. But if they think that they've got the right to force people to join up to a site that they have absolutely no interest in using, and then while they have no interest in using that site and do not use their site, that will effectively impact how their opinion is voiced on that site, that person needs to get their head fucking sorted out and looked at. Because that is one of the most ridiculous concepts that I have ever heard in my entire life. For goodness sakes, YouTube and Google, or whatever powers that be that made this decision, please realise that it's alright if you want to make changes. To force them on millions, or should I say billions of people, is one of the most absurd and outrageous things that you can think of. And that just because you be able to say at your next little board meeting, oh, look at this, we got 100 times increase the amount of people using Google+, we're now better than Facebook, we're better than Twitter, we can look at buying them now. It doesn't work like that. Yes, might have people that have now had to subscribe, but the activity difference you're going to see is probably going to be reasonably minimal, other than the fact that the changes means that it's forced. That to basically they're forced on making updates, although it's hard for them to make updates because they don't even know if people are commenting on their own stuff in the first place, you dumbasses. Please do everyone a favour. Take off this mandatory join up bullshit, and the next time you try and force half the world into joining something, at least make sure that the changes you're going to imply work and are not in any way, shape or form effectively controlling whose voices gets heard, because that does tend to lead itself to that fascist dictatorship stuff I've been hearing about, does it not? I'm the Black Shadow, and that is my opinion.